Hey you guys, it's Chloe, and for today's hashtag back to school with AG DIY week video, I'm showing you how to make 3 different things. The first thing are some pencils, 2 different kinds of pencil pouches. One is a pencil bag, and then the other one is a little pencil roll. They're both absolutely adorable. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with the pencil pouch. Here is everything that you're going to need for the pencil pouch. The first thing is just a pair of scissors. And then you're also going to need a hot glue gun. You don't need that much glue, so if you only have 1 stick, you should be fine. You're gonna need some Velcro. These are like some sticky back Velcro. If you want to get some that you can sew on, you can, but this is just stick-on Velcro. And then lastly, some felt. You can use fabric as well, but I prefer felt because the edges won't fray. The first thing I'm doing is folding over a piece of my felt and just cutting out kind of like a really long rectangle to the size that I want the pencil pouch to be. I did fold my felt over and then cut the shape around it so I don't have to glue down the bottom side. So now I'm going to plug in my hot glue gun and I'm just going to put glue all along the 2 side edges and then make sure the corners match up and then glue them down. I'm going to do that on both sides. Now I'm taking my sticky back Velcro and I am just sticking it inside the little pouch so that it can open and close. And you're done! I think the pouch is so adorable. You can put stickers on it or whatever you like, but if your doll wants a not so traditional pencil bag, she can make this adorable pencil roll. Here is what you're going to need to make the pencil roll. You're going to need some scissors, an X-Acto knife. If your parents don't want you to use an X-Acto knife, then you can use a pair of scissors as well. You're also going to need some ribbon and some craft foam. The other thing is that if you're using an X-Acto knife, I recommend having some kind of surface. This is like an American Girl crafting placemat thing, just so you don't accidentally X-Acto knife the table. The first thing you're going to do is just cut out a long rectangle, and then you're going to take your X-Acto knife and just kind of make little holes in it, little slits. I'll give you a close-up on how I did that in just a second, but see, you're just making 2 little slits, one on top and one on the bottom, and I'm sticking a toothpick through them so you can kind of see more what it looks like, and just to kind of help the little hole pop up, so you stick the pencils in there, and I'm just making these 2 little slits all the way down the piece of foam. So I'm just sticking a toothpick through them just to kind of make the holes pop out a little bit more because it can be a little difficult to put them through the first time. But that is pretty much it. Now I'm just putting some little doll pencils in just to kind of show you how it works. You just kind of stick them into the little cuts you made. It's so easy. And then you're going to want to roll it up and you can put some ribbon around it. And I tied it off into a bow and then I cut off the excess. I really love this one because it's also just super easy to make in human size. You just take a bigger piece of craft foam and you cut the slits bigger. But if you don't have any pencils for your dolls, here is a really quick tutorial on how to make some. So here's what you'll need to make pencils for your dolls. You're going to need some toothpicks, and then you're also going to need some scissors. To color them, I am using, for an actual pencil, you're going to need yellow, pink, and black. So if you want to do a traditional writing pencil, and then if you want to make colored pencils, you can just use any color you want. You only need 1 color for the colored pencils. So let's get started. First of all, I'm just going to be picking a toothpick and I'm cutting it about in half. And the only thing about this you have to be careful with is that sometimes they can go flying. So now I'm just cutting off the tips of the toothpick so it's not too sharp, but you can still see that it is kind of sharp, it won't poke you. Then I'm taking my black pencil and I'm coloring the tip, and now I'm taking pink and I'm coloring the other end so it looks like an eraser. Now I'm taking the yellow and I'm just coloring the rest of it in. I'm leaving some place not colored over by the black tip so it looks like that wood part on a pencil. You can see it up there where I didn't color, which is right by the little black tip, and that's the pencil. It's so easy. The only thing is that you will get a lot of marker on your hand. To make the colored pencil, you do the same thing, but you don't need any eraser, and you just color all one color. So here I'm doing a blue one. So that is it for the colored pencils, and that is it for this DIY. By the way, these pencils also look super cute with the notebooks we made yesterday. And that is it for today's DIY. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you tomorrow for another #BackToSchoolWithAG video. Thanks for watching. Bye!